Hey Sagittarius, I hope you all are doing well. This is going to be a general yearly reading for 2025. I know we're late, but we're here. Better late than never, right? Still a lot of time left in 2025. So we're going to get into it here. I did start meditating with my crystal ball. Things did not go as planned. It's very heavy. And I needed low lighting in order to really do it. So I wanted to do it on camera, but it just didn't work out that way. I couldn't really tune into it with the highlighting and whatnot. And I need you guys to be able to see the cards when I do get into them, which that's not the right deck. This one is. So yeah, I took some notes. I'm going to go over the notes first, and then we will get into the cards. We're going to go month by month. Sagittarius, also, I do have personals open right now. A 3-question video reading. It's $25.25. You get it within 48 hours. This does close on Tuesday, January 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Now I also have an option that's a 3-question video reading. It's cards and a crystal ball meditation. It is $44.44. You also get that within 48 hours, and it also closes on Tuesday, January 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So everything's down below if you're interested, but Sagittarius, right off the bat, like right out the gate with the meditation here, I was getting Leo energy. So I'm not sure if you're just in this more creative flow, if you are, in a space where you're being more expressive, maybe you're a little bit more confident moving into 2025. So maybe that's the energy you're in. You could just have some Leo in your chart or be dealing with a Leo, but that energy was like very present, okay? I was also seeing a desk covered in papers, all right? So maybe some of you guys are needing to like up your organization game, or maybe there is a lot to go through here, a lot to analyze. This could be like some documents, like court documents, or this is something that maybe you have been keeping track of, trailing something here, and it could also have to do with taxes. Maybe it's something to do with that as well, with the documents showing up here, Sagittarius. But I was also seeing an upward arrow. So I do think there's elevation. I do feel like you're climbing the ladder. This could be with work. I feel like it could be a very busy year for you, but I do see elevation. Maybe this is also like spiritual ascension as well. I was also getting the phrase black tie affair. So I don't know what's going on there. Definitely something to celebrate for a lot of you, because I didn't get any energy where things were like, moving in a downward direction, right? We're getting this up arrow and then black tie affair. So interesting that happening. This may be like some sort of like work celebration, like a work party, or this could be a wedding. Maybe you're attending a wedding. Maybe it's your wedding, But yeah, what else? Oh, letters M, J, and S in no particular order. Those letters might be significant to you. And then I was seeing the moon, Pisces, and Cancer energy. In the tarot, it's Pisces. Astrologically, it's Cancerian energy. So some of you could have some Pisces or some Cancer in your chart, or maybe you're connecting with one of those signs in 2025. But I do feel like there's something like long awaited that's coming for you here, like, because the energy of the moon, like it governs your intuition, your emotion, your instinct, things of that nature. It can also represent hidden things. I feel like it's a time where spirit is revealing something to you. It's almost like they're pulling the cover off. They're like, ta-da! It seems like you're going to know what path to go down, or you're going to be able to see clearly what you're coming up on. It almost feels to me as if you have spent 2024 sort of blindfolded on your way somewhere. You're like, what is happening? Where am I going? And, there's going to be some sort of big reveal or big surprise here where it's like, oh, okay, I can see why it happened this way, right? I can see what I'm headed towards now. So let's see what we have here in the cards for you, Sagittarius. I think I got everything. Okay, yeah. What's going on here for you? The deck that I'm using is the Unofficial Office Tarot. It is based on the show, but it's not affiliated with it. It's called the Unofficial Office Tarot, okay? All right, 2 9s here. Okay, Sagittarius. Not gonna lie to you, a little bit of heavy energy here. There are some good things in here as well, though. You got the Knight of Swords showing up as your overall. If there's something that I'm feeling uncertain about, or I'm feeling like it needs some more clarity, I will pull a clarification card, and I'll be using the Radiant Wise Spirit for that. Starting off with that Knight of Swords as your overall. That's a Gemini card. You could have some Gemini in your chart. I feel like there's something that you're really wanting to go for. You know, you could be moving into a more courageous energy here, Sagittarius. I feel like you have an idea. You're going to go for it. But it's like I said, you know, in the beginning of the meditation, there was that Leo energy. I feel like you are being more expressive. You are standing up for yourself. You're in an energy where I feel like, you know, you're not afraid to say what it is that you feel, what it is that you think. It doesn't mean you're being harsh. It doesn't mean that you're being mean or that that's what's being advised. But yeah, you're not like putting a bunch of fluff around how you feel or what you think or what you want. I feel like you're really going for it. And if there are people in your way, you know, you might say, hey, you're kind of in my way. Like, are we going to do this together, or are you just going to be an obstacle? You know, because if you're an obstacle, then maybe we should just part ways, right? You're starting off in January with a 9 of Wands. Some of you might have your moon in Sagittarius with this card showing up. It is a card of, you know, persistence, but I also feel like saying here, Sagittarius, like, don't beat yourself up. Some of you, it's like you've been working really hard on something and you're like, ugh, you know, where are the results? So I do see a little bit of like frustration there with the 9 of Wands energy, okay? It seems like you want to keep going, but there may be this, you know, it's almost like Leo got something similar where it's like you may experience burnout and it may cause you to like step back, but then it's like maybe you're stepping back for like a week, but then a week turns into a month turns into, you get what I'm saying here? So just be cautious of that. Try to maintain balance in the month of January. Pace yourself, give yourself some grace, and don't set unrealistic expectations for yourself, unrealistic goals, you know? Like you could be like setting yourself up for failure, knowing like, you know, I can't finish all of this in a day. I can't finish all of this in a week, you know? So set realistic goals for yourself is what I feel like saying. And when it comes to something that you've been waiting on here, Sagittarius, I do feel like this is the year you're going to get it. 9 of Cups is showing up for February, okay? Somebody here could have Jupiter in Pisces with that energy showing up, but I will say I feel like there are people celebrating you, Sagittarius. You're celebrating someone else here possibly, but you know, and this could be like a couple being celebrated. Maybe this is a wedding. And who knows, maybe it's yours, right? Some of you, if you know a Sagittarius who might be engaged, maybe that's coming up here, you know, a wedding, or somebody might be eloping with that 9 of Cups energy here, but that actually feels like really positive, you know? It seems like there's a lot of support around you in the month of February, and you could actually be getting something that you've waited a long time for. You know, regardless, I feel like you are receiving something in 2025. It's that year, you know? I feel like you've been planning this for a while, and now it's finally that year that it happens. I feel like you know what it is, you know? You got the 8 of Cups showing up here for March. I feel like you could be walking away from something, rebuilding. You could be getting an award for something that month as well. But I feel like you are rebuilding. Some of you may start getting into music, or if you are into music, if you are like a writer, maybe you start to write again in the month of March. But I feel like you're turning your back on certain things that are an obstacle when it comes to what it is that you're wanting to accomplish. You have the 4 of Pentacles energy showing up in the month of April. Some of you have a Capricorn or a Pisces who's holding on to you here. I feel like there's somebody who may be holding on to a grudge as well. Some of you, it might be a Gemini. But I feel like you are like learning your differences, and you could be parting your ways with a person here. You know, I feel like you're finally just done with something that's been holding you back. It kind of seems like there's a little bit of that pattern here, Sagittarius. And oh my God, you got the Ace of Swords showing up right here. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the Ace of Swords, I feel like cutting something out, whether it be a habit or a person, whatever it is that, you know, you have been holding on to, or it's been holding on to you, I feel like finally cutting that loose is going to bring a major breakthrough for you with this Ace of Swords energy. This is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You know, I feel like there's good news coming in the month of May. Page of Wands is showing up next. I honestly think that this is the year that something long awaited finally happens for you, a new adventure. Some of you might be connecting with a fire sign here in the month of June, Aries, Leo, or a fellow Sagittarius. But I will say, I feel like it's this you know, energy of you exploring. Now, when it comes to July, you do have the 10 of Wands. I think there could be a work issue in July. Okay, I feel like there could be somebody here who is like kind of pulling you into, how to describe this here? Like they're pulling you out of focus is kind of the vibe that I get here. Whether that means that you're not focusing because of them, or they're kind of stepping on your toes and taking the spotlight here with the 10 of Wands energy. You have a lot of work to do in July, and I feel like it's because of this new beginning that you're having here, Sagittarius. Like I said, I feel like this is something that you have waited on for a very long time, and I think it's finally happening. Like you know what's happening here. Like this is your year. This is the year that it finally comes up. You have the Hangman showing up here for the month of August, so I really really want you to be cautious with this Ten of Wands vibe here, because I feel like there's somebody who's pulling you off focus. Now, Sagittarius, even if this is not someone that you work with, this could be like that you're doing really well at work, money, business, whatever the case may be, and somebody comes into your life and they're lowering your vibration, and you start to focus on them and fixing that, and analyzing that, and then you kind of like fall off the wagon a little bit when it comes to work. So please be cautious of that. With that Hangman energy showing up in August, there could also be some sort of break that you're taking from something as well. It could be a vacation happening here in the month of August for some. Now, you have the Nine of Swords showing up in the month of September. I am going to clarify that and see what's going on. I'm also going to be clarifying, I may end up clarifying this whole bottom row here, okay? Seems like the end of the year could be kind of complex here, Sagittarius. But like I said, I feel like good things are happening for you, and that's sort of how you know that you're winning and that you're on a good path, is that you are presented with obstacles and challenges from other people. It's sort of like the circle, like the people that are around you, it sort of expands. It's like there is a lot of good attention, but there's also some bad attention that comes your way as well. What's going on with the Nine of Swords for September? Eight of Pentacles, stress with work, 11-11 as I say that, so that's very interesting. Because it seems to me like this has a lot to do with a new beginning. Some of you could be stressed about, like, am I capable? Can I maintain this? Can I, keep this momentum going, right? So it could be something like that here when it comes to the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, Sagittarius. But I will say, I feel like this could be somebody who's kind of just stressing you out, right? You may end up, if you are in charge of something, you may actually end up letting someone go. So that could be something that's kind of stressful for you, but you're having to release the conflict. You're having to get it over with. Like there's somebody who's causing too much stress, they're causing too much chaos, and I think for some it's a matter of like they could mess something up for everyone. So I feel like that's an energy that is showing up for some of you in regards to work if you're in a leadership position here in the month of September. Now you got the Page of Cups showing up for October. So some of you could have an emotional conversation happening here with someone new. This person might have red hair, but they don't necessarily have to. Maybe you have red hair, but the energy here with the Page of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. But I feel like there could definitely be an emotional conversation with somebody new, somebody fun, flirtatious. Strength card, that's Leo energy. It might be a Leo, but it could just represent the fact that even though this is fun and flirtatious, it could be like really strong chemistry, something that could be grounded in reality. But you do have the Two of Swords showing up for November, okay? Typically that represents like a closed off heart space or having a hard time like making a choice, moving on something. So that is showing up for November. I want to see what's happening with that. Six of Cups. Ooh, some of you, Sagittarius, your past may approach you in the month of November, and you may have a hard time figuring out what to do with that. This could be a person who you held on to for a while, or maybe they were holding on to you, they backed off, and now they're coming back again. It might be a Scorpio, it might be a Libra, or maybe somebody who has their moon in one of those signs, but it does look like they're showing up in the month of November, and it is causing a little bit of mental confusion for you. I feel like that does bleed into the month of December with the Five of Swords energy showing up for December. That's Venus and Aquarius. Let's see what we got here. What's clarifying that? What's clarifying the Five of Swords for December for Sagittarius? This can also be head game, someone who will win at all costs, so please keep that in mind. We got the Seven of Pentacles showing up right here. What else? Three of Pentacles. I don't like that. It seems to me, Sagittarius, like you start to move on with someone and then the past kind of senses that you're not in the same energy as you were before. Maybe this is somebody, for example, who you usually tell them happy birthday and you didn't do it this time, right? Or it's somebody who maybe you kind of kept them on socials to see what they were up to, and you haven't done that, like you took them off socials. So something is raising, like it's putting off alarm bells in their head that you have moved on. So it seems like that's happening sometime towards the end of the year. And when it does, it seems to me like this person is just like fighting for you just to fight, just so that door is open. You know, the Seven of Pentacles, just to kind of see what you would do. Seven of Pentacles, it can show up for delays, but it's also like something being evaluated. You can see all those pentacles there. That's the effort this person has put into like reaching back out to you and whatnot. They're waiting on something here. You know, they're waiting on a response. They're seeing how you react and respond to this. You got the Three of Pentacles. I feel like there's a lot going on with work at this time, trying to build something new, or some of you could be looking at houses or building a house, you know, like mapping something out. It doesn't have to mean that you're actively building the house, but it could be, you know, putting the plans together for like a house that you want to build, right? Or get built. So yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of hectic energy at the end of the year. I'm not going to lie to you here, Sagittarius, but I feel like it is the year that something really big happens for you that you have been waiting on. It could be a marriage or a long-term commitment type of energy here. So yeah, I am seeing that as well. Something finally, how do I describe this here? It's like something has been very slow moving and it's finally hitting. You're hitting a goal here. The Six of Wands energy showing up here, and I feel like it has to do with love, but it doesn't necessarily, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be that for all of you, but I do feel like for some of you, it's like maybe you have been with person after person, and this person's finally serious, whereas the others before were not. Maybe this person is like ready to like get engaged, or you know what I mean, or take that engagement to the next level and actually get married, because you do have people who want to get engaged and they leave it at that forever, right? But I feel like this person is actually serious. So I feel like something's finally happening for you, and some of you it is a leadership position, okay? Those of you where it's not marriage, I feel like it is a leadership position, you know, finally hitting a goal that you want to hit in regards to work, money, or business. So that's what I'm seeing here for you, Sagittarius. I hope that this was helpful or fun or whatever you needed it to be. Don't forget that I do have personals open right now. For just a card reading, a 3-question video reading with just the tarot cards. It's $25.25. You get it within 48 hours. Now, if you're wanting a 3-question video reading with the tarot cards and the crystal ball, that is $44.44. You also get that within 48 hours. Now, these do close out on Tuesday, January 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you're interested, get your hands on that. Details are in the description. But if this is where we part, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye.